All right, guys, welcome back to another Master and Apprentice video slash podcast. How you doing today, Afton?
Not too shabby. How are you, my guy?
I'm going. So with two things in mind. This came out. Bunch of 2021 sets in a 3-in-1 pack, and a bunch of the 2021 sets retiring. We thought we'd do a kind of like a tier list, but not really a tier list. All the sets, all the play sets, so none of the 18 plus, none of the UCS, none of the promo sets, all the play sets. We do like worst to best, best to worst. If you guys have ever watched M&R Productions, like he does another big Lego Star Wars YouTuber, he does this all the time. His worst to best, I think it's called, or something like that. It's essentially like that. So we'll go right to number 14. Number 14, we have our worst 2021 set 75297 Resistance X-Wings. This is a 4+ set. It came in at $20 and it was 60 pieces. Personally, I find this just the worst set. Athen agreed in this. There's obviously not a lot of pieces. The ship is pretty tiny, and the minifigure selection's one dude. I mean, you can count two if you count BB-8. On every level, this is just a bad set, except for a 4-year-old. I don't know why they make sets for 4-year-olds. It doesn't make sense. It's Legos. 4-year-olds eat things they shouldn't be. It's not a really good combination. They shouldn't make sets for that age. And this is just one of those sets that I just think is a bad set. So it belongs to the bottom of the list for me.
Next one is number 13, 75302. Coming in at $70 and 660 pieces is the Imperial Shuttle. Bit disappointing I put it this low, or we put it this low. I kind of liked the set to begin with, but I quickly realized it's not playable. It's a little bit sturdy, and it doesn't rest in the right places. And then it's giving you basic minifigures, and then they raise the price from $60 to $70. This is a $50 set. That's how much it's worth. If it was $50, I'd put it in the middle to middle high, but it's $70. And that for $70, I want either unique minifigures or a very playable set. Minifigures they put in don't even fit inside the ship. Pretty bad.
Yeah, especially with that price increase, it's got to go really low because that's not a $70 set. I think everyone knows that. Bringing us to our number 12. At number 12, we have set 75298, the AT-AT versus Tauntaun Microfighter set, coming at $20 with 205 pieces. Microfighters are just generally not the most interesting. But I think this one was the least interesting. I didn't really love the build for the AT-AT Microfighter. I thought it was actually kind of a bad build for Microfighters as it goes, which is impressive because most Microfighters are just unique and interesting how they build them. And then the Tauntaun, I don't like buildable like beast, right? When they do like the characters that should be like a one piece, like Jabba the Hutt or a Tauntaun, I hate when they do it as like a buildable piece. And so I have it really low on that. And I just think it's nothing really special. For $20, it's not a terrible deal. So it's nice in that. But it's just like a really childish thing. So it's just got to go low on that.
Yep. Number 11, we got Trouble on Tatooine. 75299 is the set number. $30 and 276 pieces. This set is decent if you're not looking to collect at all. Because it's not sturdy. It's overpriced in my opinion. $30. You're getting minifigures that are pretty good, but at the same time, it's not like they're extremely unique. It's a playable set, and I think that's really all it's got going on for it. Because you're gonna have fun with it. Personally, think it's $25 is what it should be, so it's a little overpriced, but I don't think the price is miserable. But either way, I think they could have done better on the set. Either add another minifigure that's unique.
At number 10, we have set 75310, Dual Mandalore at $20 with 147 pieces. Usually dual sets are pretty interesting. The scenery is really fun. The characters are unique and good to get in your collection. And most of it goes for this. I think we get a Clone Wars Darth Maul and another Clone Wars Ahsoka. Ahsoka being pretty common in the last 3 years, so there's nothing special there. But it is a Clone Wars dual set. I think it's kind of unique and fun, so I love that. But the build itself is awful. For $20, with that build we should be getting at least one more minifigure. because the build is just a chair. It's about 20 pieces. I don't know how there's 100 pieces because there's really not. I think they just used really small pieces for a lot of it because it's essentially just a chair with a back piece that can fall out. There's really not a lot to it. I think they're with that price for $20 and how small the build is, we should be getting at least one more minifigure, or the build should be a little bit better.
Yeah.
But it does bring a lot of cool things like the Clone Wars piece with the box that prisons Force users. So that's nice to get that in Lego, but that's like the highlight for me. And the Darth Maul, of course.
Yeah. Number 9, we got the Bad Batch Attack Shuttle, set number 75314. $100 and 969 pieces. The main quarrel I have with this set is the actual main build itself. It's a lot like the Imperial Shuttle, where it's just not big enough. You can fit some minifigures in this one, luckily, but not all of them. Like, if you make a set with minifigures, all the minifigures are supposed to go in it. I personally think all the minifigures should fit in it. They added a speeder onto it, and they priced it at $100. I think that's ridiculous. The Imperial Shuttle is overpriced as is. Pretty much they added more minifigures, slapped a speeder on there. Two speeders, I do apologize. Sorry, 2 speeders. And they added $30 to the price. I think the minifigures, if they did this minifigures and the Bad Batch Shuttle, it'd be worth probably $60 to $70, just like the Imperial Shuttle size is. If they made the interior a bit bigger, is the only quarrel I would have. But either way, it's just all around a mid set at best. They have a lot of little flaws to it. No one big problem.
Yeah. Bringing us to number 8, we have set 75301, Luke Skywalker's X-Wing fighter at $50 with 474 pieces. It's a little bit lower than I really expected it would be. I personally don't like the minifigure selection. That's why it's kind of in the middle of the line set for me. Because the minifigure selection, I like Luke Skywalker, of course, R2-D2, but the Princess Leia and the General, I can't remember the top of my name, are just kind of random to me. I feel like we should be getting like maybe, I don't know, something else. I just don't like the minifigure selection. And I don't think it's a $50 set. In my opinion, I think it should be $40, like the X-Wing. The TIE Fighter. But overall, the build is really nice. It's a very accurate build. It's got some fun play features where the top can push and the wings will actually separate. And then it's not too sturdy, but it's pretty stable. And the play, like I said, the play features are actually pretty good for this.
So number 7, we have the Armorer's Mandalorian Forge, set number 75319, $30 and 258 pieces. I think this one is a good set, but I think it's only good for a one-time buy. It's a playable set for if you have a little child. I don't think it's worth $30. If it was worth $30 or worth the price, if it was $20 or something, I'd buy 2 or 3 of these. It's $30, and it's not a collectible set. It's not a ship or something that I'd want 5 of. It's just a weird setting, but it has good minifigures from that one episode of Boba Fett.
Mandalorian,
really? I thought that was the middle episode. Yeah, it was Mandalorian. Okay. Sorry. Anyway, it's good minifigures in there, and it's a one-time buy. That's the only reason I throw it in the middle. It's not solid. Not sturdy is what I mean to say. It's good for a little kid, but even a little kid won't want 2 of these.
Yeah. Bringing us to our 6th, we have set 75295, the Millennium Falcon Microfighter at $10 with 101 pieces. You might be thinking, Sammy, you just said microfighters usually suck, and I concur, but for $10, I think this is actually really good. The microfighter itself is really solid. It's fun for a toddler, but me personally, I like it because it's small enough that when you compare it to, let's say, the Imperial light cruiser, it actually seems kind of like the scale seems right. And then the Han Solo, the Han Solo is a good minifigure. I think it's just a really solid microfighter. I think the price is fair. I think the actual build itself is a solid set for $10. That's what I would expect. And the one minifigure we get is good. Overall, I think it's just like a solid set. That's why it's not too high, but I think it's just solid.
Yep. Bringing us into number 5, the Mandalorian Starfighter, set number 75316, $60 and 544 pieces. So, in my opinion, I don't think it's very sturdy. It's not the worst. You can pick it up and move
That
it around
that
a little bit,
that's the
but
only reason I have it at number 5 is because I think
yeah.
it's a little unsturdy. I think it's got good minifigures and a good design, but like if you pick it up and then you flail it, the end of the wings come off really easily.
It's a bit expensive coming in at $60, but at the same time, if this was a sturdy build, I really think it would be pretty good. It's a nice display one to throw up there, and I mean, this is not a one build. It's not the Millennium Falcon where there's only one of these ships. So if this was a sturdy build, I would buy 5 of these if it was a good price as well. It's solid all around. The only real quarrel is the sturdiness.
Yeah, it's a good play set and it's a good collectible. Bringing us to our number 4, we have set 75312 Boba Fett Starship or Slave One if you're an OG. $50 with 593 pieces. At first sight, I don't really like this set. I think it's a little expensive, and that's probably why it's not a top 3 for me. Otherwise, I'd break top 3. I think it's only $40, and I bought it for $40 on a Black Friday last year. So the $50 is a little high for me, but it's a solid build, and I mean quite literally, it's solid. I can throw this at a wall, and I don't think anything would break off besides maybe the wing. It's an actual brick, and I love when sets are like that. It's a little small for the enclosure. That's another thing. But overall, the minifigure is awesome. We have Boba Fett, the new Boba Fett from Mandalorian and Boba Fett. We have Mandalorian with his spear. We have the Carbonite guy. I don't know exactly what character it is. I think it's a Gamorrean guard in Carbonite. And then I love it. It has this little, it's like a little hoverboard thing that you could like carry the Carbonite guy in. But you can also use it as a display, and the back of the ship will have a picture of it, obviously. It works very well for displaying it, and that's why it's super high for me, because it's a really good display. Everyone knows the Slave One. It's a very iconic ship, so you want to display it, and it has that. And my favorite part about this ship is it has this back handle piece that you can pull out. It goes right into the ship, but if you push the top of it, the bottom of it comes out, and you can hold it from the back like it's supposed to be vertically and fly it around with your hand. And I think that is awesome. I think that's such a cool feature. I think they should do more often with the handles for ships, because you don't fly a ship by its wings, you fly it from the top to the bottom. And so when they integrate the handle, it just makes it fun to fly it around like you're a little kid flying a ship around your room. And I really love that. So that's why it's such a high thing. I just think it does really good for the display with that the little hoverboard thing on the back of it, letting it stand up, and then really good for the playability with the handle and the wings and all of it.
Coming in at number 3, we got the Imperial Light Cruiser, set number 75315, $160, 1,336 pieces. I have no problems whatsoever, honestly, with this set. I think it's very solid. I like it a lot. It's displayable. I'd probably get 2 of these if I were to make like a mock or something. You get 2 of these, throw them in different places or whatever, just floating above. It's huge. You can put all the minifigures inside of it. Again, it's into scale-ish, not really, but closer to the Microfighter. And either way, it's a fun set. It has operational guns like a lot of the ships do, but it's sturdy as well. You can hold it from the top, and it has a specific part from the top that you can hold it and it won't break. Like this is it's an all-around solid set. I'd put it at 3. I wouldn't put it at 2 or 1. Only for the reason of it's $160 and kids aren't going to be able to buy it, and it's going to be an awesome set. I don't have a problem with that, though. I'd pay the $160 for that set just because of how awesome it is. But either way, that's what I put it as.
Yeah,
we put it as.
I maybe when it came out, I would have put it at number 2. But the fact that we've gotten more sets with Fennec Shand and the Dark Troopers, it's kind of lowered its certain what's the word hype, because there was no set with a Dark Trooper. I believe this was the first set and only set with Fennec Shand. So I had some cool minifigures like that, but it lost those privileges with some 2022 sets. So I think I lowered it just by a little bit, but it's a really solid set. But bringing us into our top 2, I have a number 2. As my surprise, a lot of people set 75300, the Imperial TIE Fighter, at $45 with 432 pieces. The only thing I don't like about the set is its $45 price. And luckily, Amazon usually has this on sale for $36. And so I'll just buy this randomly, like, once every month or something. First being, with $36 for an Imperial TIE Fighter, it's good. You want to have a bunch of Imperial TIE Fighters. If you've ever seen Star Wars, there's usually hundreds of those things. So you want to collect as many as you can for building your army. It's a solid set. You look at this, you're like, this looks like it'd be brittle. No, this is solid, and I love that about it. It's solid, and it's sleek, and it looks awesome. And it has all of these hidden play accessibilities that don't make it look ugly and childish, but make it look still sleek, but you can still have fun with it. And the minifigure selection is not bad. You get a Stormtrooper, which is always good for your Stormtrooper Imperial Army, and you get the TIE Fighter pilot, and then you get this random droid. The droid's the one downside again, but I mean, it's just a random droid. You can probably trade it or sell it easily. But overall, I think it's just a solid set. Just maybe not for $45. When the set came out originally, it was only $40. But, prices change. So that $45 hurts a little bit, but it's still solid. Bringing us to our number one set of 2021.
It's the Imperial Armored Marauder. Set number 75311 comes in at $40, 478 pieces. I like the build a lot. It's solid. It doesn't break. It's just has minifigures too. I mean, this is his number one, and then he explained it to me, and I completely agree.
This is my favorite set almost of all time. Sometimes I have other sets that get close to it, but this is probably my favorite set of all time. The one downside being Greef Karga. It's a random character from Mandalorian that I don't think has a spotlight enough to make 2 or 3 sets like he is. And then, I buy this set probably multiple times. Now I have 17 Greef Kargas. I don't know what I'm going to do with all those guys, but it is what it is. But the rest of the minifigures, you get 2 Stormtroopers and then I don't remember exactly if it's a captain or if it's a mortar director dude kind of a guy, but he's a very good looking Stormtrooper with the yellow markings and the backpack, and the 2 normal Stormtroopers are very good looking. I love that. When you buy an Imperial fighter or any Imperial vehicle, you want Stormtroopers to go along with it because there's always Stormtroopers in the Star Wars franchise. And then the set itself is my favorite set of all time. The set is amazing and how sturdy it is. When you build it, you would actually don't think it's sturdy because of how many pieces are just these one solid pieces that loop across, but it's very, very solid. It's again kind of like Boba Fett's ship. You can kind of throw at a wall and you're like, wow, the wall has a hole in it now, right? It's very solid. Its play accessibility is, I still to this day, there's new things I find about this set. I'm like, I forgot this was even here. It's got all these crazy play features that are amazing. And the accuracy is outstanding. I love when this set can be very accurate, but has so many play accessibilities with it. It's beautiful. It's what you want from a Lego set. This is when I expected a Lego set. This is what I expect. This is perfection when it comes to it. Because a kid can play this, and it's amazing. It's a play set. He'll love it because he gets some Stormtroopers. He gets this Greef Karga. But when I collect it, I'll throw Greef Karga in the garbage or trade him for a penny. But then I have more Stormtroopers for my army to collect. Then I have this awesome set that's accurate and fun, and it's just a well-rounded set, and it's only $40. For $40, I think this is a very, very fair price for what you get. And so this is what my number one set is for the 2021 year. And with that, we are done. We might do another 2022. We might wait till next year. We're going to kind of see how this year goes. Other than that, you got anything else, Afton?
That's it for me.
All right. If you guys like this, hit that hit that comment, hit that subscribe, hit that like.
Comment if you decide that our opinions are wrong, because we'll prove you wrong in the comments. We'll diss you, but if you think one of ours is wrong,
let me know what you guys think is your favorite 2021 set, or if you disagree with our list, we'll argue with you. We love it.
I'll write an essay on this.
And with that, we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.
Peace.